Joe. He'll walk you through the concepts on the go. With any device you've got, see the show. Cowboy Joe. Cowboy Joe.
All right, this is Cowboy Joe here with a recapitulation of section 3.20, dealing with what you can find on a VT graph. Your goal by the end of this module will be able to calculate that fourth item on our list, displacement on a VT graph. So let's look at a VT graph. A VT graph refers to velocity on the y-axis and time on the x-axis. So what we said before is we could get the velocity at any time. Well, we can get the time for any velocity. And we can get the acceleration by finding the slope of the line given the time interval. So that fourth item that we're talking about is the displacement. So you could be asked 4 different questions dealing with a VT graph. So let's look at those 4 items. What is the velocity of the plane after 2 seconds? Well, when you're asked to find that, you go to 2 seconds, you go straight up and go straight to the left. The answer would be 60. So that's what I am talking about when I say the velocity at any time. Second thing you can get off a VT graph would be how long did it take the airplane to speed up to 75 meters per second? Well, if you look at 75 meters per second, you go straight over to the red line and you drop straight down. You'll get the answer of 2.5 seconds, which is the time at which the object had a particular velocity. The third question is what is the acceleration during the first 3 seconds? And that is found by calculating the slope of the line given the time interval. So 3-second time interval, we're going to take rise measured with the vertical scale would be 90 meters per second divided by the run, which is 3 seconds. So 90 divided by 3 would be 30 meters per second squared, and that would be the acceleration. And the fourth thing we have to learn to figure out is the displacement. So how far did the airplane travel for the first 3 seconds? How far? Well, this axis is in meters per second. This is in seconds. The slope is meters per second squared. Where does displacement come from? Well, let's look at the answer, see if we can figure it out. The answer to this one would be 135 meters. Do you see it? Do you see how to get it? Probably not. Let's recap. We started with position, but it seemed to disappear. We started collecting data and created a position time data table. This data table was plotted. For example, the point 1, 2.5 and then 210. So you can find 1, 2.5 and 2, 10, and the rest of them are plotted. Once you get a position time graph, sometimes referred to as a DT graph, this DT graph will be displaying a parabolic curved line. But the question is, how do you find velocity on a DT graph? Do you remember? It is the slope. So you get the slope at each point. So for example, at this point right here, we can find the slope by drawing a tangent. It's the best straight line approximation at this point. If we find the slope at this line, we could do a little triangle here. It looks like it's this tall, 40 tall, and it is 4. Subtract the endpoints long. So 40 divided by 4 would be 10. So at 2, on a VT graph, we could plot 10 meters per second. And we can find the slope for each of these points and create our VT graph. So 2 is 10. And notice the velocity is increasing at a steady rate. So again, we can ask questions like what goes with 2? 2 goes with 10. What goes with 15? 15 goes with 3. And what is the acceleration? Which is the slope of the line. That would give us 5. And then the last question, what is the displacement over the first 5 seconds? And the answer would be 67.5. How do you get it? Well, that's what we got to figure out. So if I broke it down for you and asked you to find the displacement of the airplane traveling at 75 meters per second for 1 second, you could probably say or conclude that that change in position is going to be 75 meters. Well, how did you get it? If I asked you to do it for 2 seconds and it was a constant 75, you should be able to figure out that you're going 150 meters. You're taking the velocity multiplied by the time to get the answer. And that is what we are calling displacement. Displacement is actually going to be found by the area under the curve. So if we have a straight line, the area under the curve is going to be a rectangle. If it's slanted, it may be a triangle. So you have to work the area formulas, and I'll show you a couple examples. And all you're doing is multiplying velocity and time to get displacement. So the last thing you can get off a VT graph, a displacement, would be found by sort of shading in the area under the curve at that time interval. So for 1 second, then find the areas or find the area of that shape. So you got 1 on the bottom times 75 tall, and that gives us 75 meters. And for 2 second interval, we would shade in for the first 2 seconds up to 2. And the only thing that changed there would be our time would be 2. 2 times 75 is 150. So now when we get a line that has a slope to it, then we have to shade in under that line, which gives us a different shape. This is for the time interval up to 3 seconds, the entire time given here. So we would shade in under that. Remember, the area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. Well, the base is 3, the height is 60. Throw those numbers in, and our answer would be 90 meters would be the displacement. So one more example. What about for the first 2 seconds? Now we would only shade in up to the 2. So we would have 1/2 the height, or 1/2 the base times the height, which would be 1/2 2 times 40. So we're looking at 40 for this one. And it can get a little tricky. Let's say for the first 2 seconds, let's say some object, it looks like an airplane sped up to 20 and then maintained for the next second. So we have to go for the first 2 seconds. It looks like this. I would break that into a rectangle and a triangle. So the rectangle and a triangle have 2 different formulas for area, so we're going to have to add those 2 areas together to get to total area. So if you look at a triangle, it's 1/2 of 1 times 20 high. And the rectangle is just 1 wide and 20 high. Together, they're going to add to 30. So that's it. Calculate the displacement of velocity time graph. You find the area under the curve.
Cowboy Joe. Cowboy Joe.